Oh guys, let's take a look at what we got here. Well guys, it looks like the Chrysler that was in the other junkyard that we saved, looks like that was not the only Chrysler that was sent to the junkyard, because here we have a 19 something 70s, late 70s. Last registered in 2013, I think. Last inspected in 2013 in Mississippi. This car, what year is this? This is 79. Oh, this is a very late model. This is 1979 right here. If I didn't say so already, I might just do a freestyle video, which means I'm not going to edit anything simply because of the time crunches I'm on. I don't know if I'm going to have the older video spliced into this one or not, but yeah guys, take a look at this car. This car, my friend actually found this. He was roaming through the yard, and he came across this Cordoba, and he told me the thing looked super mint. I mean, it looked mint in the pictures, the way he took the pictures, but I mean, you start getting up close and you'll notice there's a tad bit of some dings. You know, you'll see a tad bit of dings on the door right there, and well, you'll notice this little rust package we have here, the vinyl top self-destruct edition. But other than that, well, and you got this part messed up. I think the yard probably did that, but yeah, I think the yard did that. They wanted to get the trunk open. What's inside the trunk though? The trunk looks like it's kind of solid. There's this hose. I hope I'm not going to touch anything I don't want to touch in here. I don't know, it looks kind of solid and stuff. And probably some trim pieces, and there's your light fixture stuff. More. I don't think I'm going to touch that jacket. Let's see, what's this? Flexible sealer, 50% more, blah blah blah, stops water leaks and stuff. A CD disc holder. This taillight here is busted, but this taillight here is pretty good. I like how it's kind of, just seems like a hollow feel. Like you can see the inside's kind of laid back in there, set back in there and stuff. Let's see, I hope this is focused. Yeah, I'm probably just only going to cut parts of the video out that I feel should be cut out, but yeah, I think this was done by the yard. They just butchered the trunk and forced it open, which is kind of sad, you know, but here's your reverse taillights. First taillights got your bumper, because you know they were doing that back in the day, 55 miles per hour, and oh, Bondo work. Yeah, of course this car has Bondo all over. Oh brother, this is, I don't think this was the beauty queen that my buddy was hyping this up to be. I mean, oh, gross. Under top stuff. Yeah, this car isn't as pretty as it's made out to be. Honestly, I don't even think this is the I don't even think this is the original paint. I mean, just, you know, like I said, just look at that, it's all rusty. At least the back window's solid, but this, guys, this is not metal. This stuff right here is pure Bondo. I mean, look at how thick that is. Look at how, literally how thick that is. That's literally not metal at all. That's just Bondo. Yeah, unless you like Bondo mobiles, I would say this car is, I don't know, it's probably a reason somebody junked this, but it has metallic paints. Open the door and this door opens smooth. Now I will say this car has kind of a weird odor. It's not a bad one, it just smells like it's old. Like it literally just smells old. Somebody kind of tampered with the interior. You can see it kind of dismantled a little things, and the interior is nastily stained, which, let's be honest, I think we know exactly why that is, because if you really look at this car, once again, you'll notice all the rust up there. I don't know if I'm focused in enough, but you can see there's quite a bit of rust. Well, not right here, but there's probably quite a bit of rust under here. Once again, this top is a little bit disintegrated, but should we sit inside it? I think we probably should not, but we're gonna do it anyway. Let's see what's in the glove box. It's in the glove box. We got this weird little metal thingy, probably some sort of hook to something. I think this car has power windows, maybe power whatever. Somebody took the Cordoba 300 whatever Cordoba thingy off. this door lock and your window right here. Got your window stuff going on, and this glass is nice, feels perfect. Here you go, your chrome trim. I really don't know how long this video is going to be, guys. I'm sorry. I think I need to make these videos a little shorter, but wow, look at this. This car has a clock inside of it. Look at that. It has an electronic clock. Wow, I think that's digital right there too. It says, look, you got your hours and you got your minute. You cannot beat that in the 1970s. And you got your plastic fence. Got your plastic fence right there. Fake wood trim, more plastic fence. I don't know why I'm saying them. This car is going to be smashed and passed one day. And then you got your cigarette lighter right there. Now let's go to the, actually what's under, I'm sure somebody took all the things that are valuable. Wow, I was way focused out, but yeah, I don't think there's anything important under the seat. See, it's just a bunch of regular whatever, and just sound deadener and an oil stick for whatever reason. Once again, I'm sorry if it's a little windy, but I mean, let's see, let's look under the car before we go to the driver's side. I mean, under it looks so far so good. You can tell it has not been driven, or maybe that was, I don't know, maybe that just happened, but I don't think this thing, no, I don't think this thing's been driven for a while. I don't think this thing, a friend said it looked like it hasn't, looks like it has been driven, but I don't know, it just doesn't look like it's showing it to me. Exhaust, of course exhaust is modified. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like a rust bucket underneath. Does not look like a rust bucket at all. Look at the drum brakes. The drum brakes look pretty fine. There's the underside, the leaf springs and the drive shaft and all the shafty shafts and the wafts on my side. They like the color turquoise. Yeah, this car looks pretty strong. Pretty good car. Let me get up. Does it have torsion? Yup, it has torsion bar. Got your torsion bar running all along there. That was one of Mopar's strong points back in the day. They were known for, I think they were known for strong, decent torque. What am I trying to say? They were known for strong torsion bar suspensions. Got your spring. I'm not gonna lie, I think a fire happened at one point under this car, under the hood. But honestly, from the looks of the carburetor and the fact that the distributor is in the back, if we go back here, yep, the distributor, I think the distributor's in the back. I don't see anything in the front for it. I think this is a 318. This is either 318 or 360, but if I'm correct, most of the Cordobas came with 400s. I'm not sure. Let me see, make sure I'm focused in. Make sure I'm focused. Yeah, I think most of these were 400s. And I also think the car was originally white, because you could see underneath, you know, there's no need to explain there. But yep, take a look at your single barrel carburetor and blah blah, this, that, 318 stuff. Most people like the big blocks and everything, you know, but 318s, if you're happy about saving gas, will definitely get the job done. And all that stuff. But yeah, you can look down there, see it's probably, yeah, somebody was probably building this, to be honest. They put AC Delco spark plugs in it right there. The carburetor I don't think is seized. I don't think the carburetor is seized. Let's see, just try it. Well, the return action is very weak, but you know, you could safely assume that it's probably good. Took that upper hose off. Somebody put a new radiator in it, but they were cheap because they put the plastic instead of the quality metal. And there's a brake booster. Yeah, guys, I think this is a 318. This is a small block, 100%. It's not a big block, and I don't even know if it's the original motor, honestly. So to those guys that are on the Facebook post that saw this engine or were wondering what's inside, well, you are probably going to be disappointed, because it's not a 400 or a 440, which I don't think any of these came in 440s. And yep, just by the looks of that air compressor placement, I could tell it's a 318. Underside of the front, blah 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 blah, something. If you care about that stuff, you can look at it yourself. Wow, look at the suspension setup. Sorry guys, I'm just fascinated by technology all the time. I think these would act as shocks. Well, there's shocks right there, but I think these would act as some type of suspension point. Of course, the battery tray is rusted and messed up, and there's a mud dauber right there, and there's a bunch of surface rust, and then there's a dead bug that's hanging right there waiting for its last moments of life before eternity. Yeah, I don't think this car has moved in a long time. It's just not showing it. Sorry guys, but there's your stuff, and your bearing, you can see the bearing. Wow, you can see the wheel bearing right in there. You look at those shiny little balls right there. Yeah. Good seems easy to open and close. Once again, Mississippi 2013 was the last time it was there. This car's not a bad car. I don't think it, I mean, it's not the nicest, of course. It is pretty rough-ish. If you look at this part, it's, you know, once again, it's a little, you're gonna need to do some work on this thing. You're not driving this thing without getting cosmetically ugly looks, kind of. I mean, I don't know. Depends on. First, but here's your drum brakes. So this is what the drum brakes inside the drum brakes look like. There's your springs. You can use a special tool to remove that stuff. Here's your little pads, and they obviously need to change their brake pads. They neglected their brake job, and there's your other spring you can remove for blah 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 and etc. And there's your leaf springs, and so far this part looks nice though. It looks super solid. I mean, you know, it's actually really solid. If you compare it to a northern car, it's not that bad at all. Oh, more signs of I haven't been on the road in ages. You got your mud edition. A bit of a little surface rust, you know, no big deal. Shocks, gas tank's pretty solid. I don't know guys, what do you think? This car, it's very unusual to see this thing in the yard. I think the yard might have done that. I think the yard might have done that dent 100% because that doesn't look ordinary. Crown coupe. It's not a regular coupe, it's the crown coupe. And once again, the door does open a bit nice. The gauge cluster's been a little bit dismantled, but yeah, it's all still there. You know, you could, if you want to, you could probably save that trim piece, I guess. This could be the key, I'm not sure. Yeah, somebody was in here tampering with this, but it has a very unique smell. This thing smells like it would have, it was owned by an old person, and it's just has that old antique smell. And this daylight makes it just look amazing in this interior. But yeah, whoops, sorry, 44,152 miles. And you got your temperature gauges all right there. Got your temperature gauges and your alternator gauge. But anyway guys, this is the Chrysler Cordoba. Sad sight to see it in the junkyard, but whoever had it before did not feel like it was worth it to fix this thing. They thought it was a piece of junk. Wait a minute, let me look at it. Yep, you can tell that car was white. I mean, yeah, that car was white. See? It's where the trim piece would be. They didn't take that off. Ironically, they painted inside the door jambs, but they didn't paint underneath this. But yeah, this car has been repainted, so it's not the original paint. This is a little mirror control. You can use this little knob thing to move your mirror in all sorts of funky directions. But yeah guys, this is the 1979 Chrysler Cordoba. Some think this car is ugly, some think this car is the handsomest car in the world. Trust me guys, there's always that one guy, one person out there. But you know, if you stand way back here, and just kind of squint a little bit, it looks like it's the most pristine, perfect car. But then you start looking at that, and then you start walking around. It's all right. It's not really terrible, but it's all right. It's definitely a fixer-upper. But once again, guys, sadly, that is not going to be this car's fate. So pay your respects, say your goodbyes, because this Chrysler Cordoba will be no more. Now we got to go see what's going on with this guy. I don't know if I'm going to include what I included before or not, but just to let you guys know, once again, sorry I haven't uploaded in a bit. It's been a month, but And of course with the Chrysler restoration, I still have to make a video getting started on that, and I still gotta get started on that, but a lot of stuff's been happening. And a key word that I'll give a hint towards is Advanced Auto Parts. Advanced Auto Parts is closing, so I had to get what I needed to get from there. And then I had to do some busy, of course, so you know, things get all over the place, but we're gonna get started on that new port. And we save, if you haven't seen the videos before, we definitely saved that car from the junkyard, so stay tuned if you want to see stuff happen with that car. We're gonna do a lot of things, a lot of stuff, got a lot of plans, so hopefully we'll get started on that soon enough, and we will see you probably over there.